You're watching your car being stolen right in front of your eyes. You're running, screaming, begging them to stop, but they don't care. They drive away with your car. And the worst part, this isn't theft. This is completely legal. Every single day, 16,000 cars vanish from parking lots across America. Not stolen by criminals, taken by something far worse. An industry so predatory, so ruthless, that they have spotters watching your car right now, waiting for you to make one tiny mistake. And when you finally find your car, they'll demand $500, $600, sometimes $800 or more in cash just to give you back what's already yours. But here's what they don't want you to know. I'm about to reveal their exact playbook, how they hunt, how they trap, and the one thing you can do that could save you hundreds of dollars if you act fast enough. This is the $5 billion predatory towing industry, and by the end of this video, you'll never look at a parking lot the same way again. Let me introduce you to someone. He's sitting in an unmarked car right now in a parking lot, maybe your parking lot. He's been there for 6 hours, just watching. He has a notepad, a phone, and one job: find cars to tow. He's called a spotter, and he works for a towing company. Every car he reports, he gets paid. The more cars he finds, the more money he makes. So he's motivated. He's checking permits, counting minutes, looking for any tiny violation. Your guest parked for 10 minutes, he's already called it in. And the tow truck, it's never more than 2 minutes away, because here's what most people don't realize. These tow truck drivers can hook your car and have it in the air in under 60 seconds. Some can do it in 30. By the time you walk out of that coffee shop, your car is already gone. And that spotter, he's already looking for his next target. But the spotters are just the beginning. What happens next is where this gets truly disturbing. Here's something that will make your blood boil. That apartment complex you live in, that shopping center you visit, the owners aren't just allowing towing, they're getting paid for it. Here's how the scam works. A towing company approaches a property owner and says, "Let us patrol your parking lot. We'll handle all the towing. You don't pay us anything." Sounds like free security, right? But here's the dirty secret. The towing company actually pays the property owner $500 a month, $1,000, sometimes $2,000. They're essentially buying the right to hunt your car. Why would they pay? Because they know they'll make that money back 10 times over from people like you and me. So that property manager who seems like they're on your side, they have a financial incentive for you to get towed. Every car that disappears puts money in their pocket. And it gets worse. Some contracts have quotas. The towing company promises to tow at least 20 cars per month. If they don't hit that number, they tow anyway, even if they have to stretch the rules. Now let me show you what happens when they finally catch you. You found your car. It's at a tow yard on the edge of town, behind a fence with barbed wire. Security cameras everywhere. A sign that says cash only. You walk into a tiny office. There's bulletproof glass between you and the clerk. And on the wall, a fee schedule that's about to ruin your day. Let me break this down. Tow fee, $250. That's just to move your car. Doesn't matter if they moved it 1 mile or 10. Storage fee, $75 per day. Your car has been sitting there for 2 days already. That's $150. Administrative fee, $75 for paperwork. Literally just writing your name on a form. After hours fee, $100 because it's 7 p.m. and you just got off work. Gate fee, $35. Yes, they charge you to open the gate to their own property. Total, $610 in cash right now, or you don't get your car. And here's the part that makes this true extortion. If you can't pay today, that storage fee keeps ticking. $75 tomorrow, $75 the next day, $75 the day after that. After 30 days, in most states, they can legally sell your car at auction. Your $25,000 car sold for $2,000 because you couldn't afford a towing fee. But I haven't told you the most infuriating part yet. Let me tell you about Maria, 8 months pregnant, living in an apartment complex in Atlanta. Her parking permit had expired by 1 day. She forgot to renew it. She walked outside to go to her doctor's appointment. Her car? Gone. In the Georgia summer heat, 8 months pregnant, she had to figure out how to get to a tow yard, how to pay $450 she didn't have. For parking at her own apartment, the tow company's response? Rules are rules. Let me tell you about the Thompson family, Chicago. They were attending a funeral. Their mother had just passed away. They parked at the church parking lot. The funeral lasted 2 hours. When they came outside, eyes red from crying. 3 of their cars had been towed. Total cost to get them back, over $1,500. Why? The tow company had a contract with a business next door. They claimed the cars were on their property property line. Let me tell you about James, a disabled veteran in Texas, parked in a handicapped spot with his handicap permit clearly displayed. When he came back, his car was gone. The tow company claimed the permit wasn't clearly visible. Cost to get it back? $600. And his wheelchair? Inside the car. They wouldn't let him get it until he paid. And then there's Sarah, a single mother in Florida. Her car was towed while she was at work. She couldn't afford the $400 fee. The storage fees piled up. After 3 weeks, $900, she lost her car. Then she lost her job because she couldn't get to work. Then she lost her apartment, one parking mistake, and her entire life fell apart. These aren't rare cases. This happens every single day, and the towing companies, they don't care. Because this can't be legal. Someone must be stopping them. Here's the ugly truth. The people who should be stopping them are the same people protecting them. The towing industry spends millions of dollars every year lobbying politicians. They donate to campaigns, they write checks, and in return, they get to write their own rules. In some states, towing company owners are the politicians. They sit on city councils, they run for local office, and then they pass laws that benefit their businesses. Maximum fees, they set them high. Consumer protections, they keep them weak. Enforcement against bad tow companies, almost none. And here's the legal loophole they exploit: private property rights. When you park on private property, there's usually a sign somewhere, maybe hidden, maybe faded, maybe in a corner you'd never look. That sign, according to the law, that's your agreement. You agreed to be towed. You agreed to pay whatever they charge. It doesn't matter if the sign was impossible to see. It doesn't matter if you were only there for 5 minutes. It doesn't matter if you're pregnant, disabled, or just buried your mother. You agreed. So pay up. But here's what they don't want you to know. There are ways to fight back, and some of these could save you hundreds of dollars. Tip number 1, the drop fee. This is the most important thing I'll tell you in this entire video. If you catch them while they're towing your car before it leaves the property, in many states, they must release it for something called a drop fee. This is usually $50 to $100 instead of $500 or more. So if you ever see a tow truck near your car, run. I'm serious. Run. Get there before those wheels leave the ground, because once the car leaves the property, you owe the full amount. Tip number 2, document everything before you even park. Take a photo of any towing signs. Take a photo of where you parked. Take a photo showing you're within the lines. This could be your evidence if they tow you illegally. Tip number 3, know your state's laws. Every state has different rules. Some require 24-hour notice before towing. Some require photos of the violation. Some have fee caps. Google your state towing laws right now. Screenshot them. Keep them on your phone, because if the tow company violates any of these rules, you might not owe them anything. Tip number 4, don't pay immediately. I know this sounds crazy, but if you believe the tow was illegal, you can file a complaint before paying. Contact your city's consumer protection office. Contact local news stations. Tow companies hate bad publicity. Sometimes just threatening to go public gets them to reduce fees or drop them entirely. Tip number 5, check your parking. This sounds obvious, but triple check. Read every sign. Count the minutes. Check for permits. It takes 30 seconds, and it could save you $800. And finally, tip number 6, fight back and speak up. Leave reviews. File complaints. Tell your story. The more people who expose these predatory companies, the more pressure on lawmakers to change the system. One voice might not matter, but thousands of voices, that's how laws get changed. The predatory towing industry makes $5 billion a year, much of it from people who made tiny mistakes, or no mistake at all. They're not providing a service, they're running a legal extortion operation, hunting your car, holding it hostage, and demanding ransom to give it back. And until the laws change, until politicians stop taking their money, the only defense you have is knowledge. Know their tricks, know your rights, and spread the word. Have you ever been a victim of predatory towing? I want to hear your story. Drop it in the comments below. Let's expose these companies together. Let's make so much noise that lawmakers have no choice but to listen. And if this video helped you, if you learned something that could save you hundreds of dollars, share it, send it to your friends, send it to your family, because the more people who know about this scam, the harder it becomes for them to get away with it. Because right now, somewhere in America, there's a spotter in a parking lot watching, waiting. Don't let the next car be yours. I'll see you in the next one.